Hi guys, welcome back. For those who are new, welcome. As always, I'm very excited and grateful to be here. I am grateful for you guys sharing your energy with me. Today I wanted to speak on forgiveness, and we are taught that it is very important to forgive. And when you forgive, you're actually not doing it for somebody else, you're actually doing it for yourself. To forgive somebody else frees you, from the pain, and the grudges that you might be holding against somebody that in turn they come back and hurt you. So I actually realized that sometimes the forgiveness, or the apology rather, that we are waiting for is actually an apology that we are waiting for from ourselves. I think it's very important that we forgive others, but I think it's more important to forgive yourself. I think at some point you have to acknowledge your mistakes, or things that you think are mistakes, because I don't believe that there's anything that is a mistake. Everything happens in divine order and in divine timing. So we get hurt and we learn lessons from that hurt. We go through life expecting somebody else to apologize, waiting for somebody else to come in and say, I'm sorry, waiting for somebody to come and say, yes, it was my fault. And we are always blaming somebody else, and it's never your own fault, And once you receive that apology, and then you realize that you are still upset, and you realize that even getting that apology doesn't really change anything, because you are actually upset at yourself for allowing yourself to be put in that position, for allowing yourself to not see all this pain that was coming towards you because you were blinded by other things, And I feel it is very important for us human beings to acknowledge ourselves, to take time and spend time with self and accept who you are, understand who you are, and also accept the fault that you played in that pain that has happened in your life, in the pain that was caused by your participation too. It might be somebody else's fault, but it is also your fault because you played your part in it. But we are always trying to blame somebody else. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always somebody who has to apologize. How about just apologizing to yourself? How about looking yourself in the mirror and acknowledging that you messed up, you know, acknowledging that you messed up, you didn't see it coming, acknowledging that your heart and your spirit told you not to do that, or it told you not to go there, or it told you not to move the way that you're moving, but you ignored it. How about you acknowledge that part? Acknowledge the part that you played, that you messed up. You didn't listen to self because maybe you don't understand self. You don't know how to listen to self. But acknowledge that you messed up. Acknowledge that you should have listened to your heart. You should have listened to your spirit when it said no. When your spirit said, don't go there, but because at the time it feels good, we ignore that hunch, that little voice that says, you shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be doing that. You need to go that way. We want to be accepted by people, by things, and I think it's important to take time out and speak to yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and apologize to yourself. Say, acknowledge that you messed up, apologize. I'm sorry for not listening to you. I am sorry for not trusting you. I am sorry for not being honest with who and what you truly are. I'm sorry for pleasing other people more than I'm pleasing myself. I'm sorry for dumbing myself down so that somebody else could look smart. I am sorry for dimming my own light so that somebody else could shine. Apologize. I'm sorry to self. And make a promise to trust self, to listen to self. And you don't apologize to yourself and then start again and doing the same mistakes again and not listening to the spirit when it speaks to you, because it's always speaking. We just always try and surround ourselves with noise to keep us from hearing the truth, to keep us from reading the energy around us, because we're afraid to face ourselves. So I think it's important to apologize to yourself, and after apologizing yourself, to forgive yourself. And it will make it easier to forgive everybody else around you, because you have made peace with self. You have forgiven yourself for all your faults, which are not really faults. It's just certain things that were happening so that you could learn lessons about yourself. But we are always trying to give the blame to somebody else. There's a reason why you are here. And part of those mistakes or those faults that are happening in your life, you are the one creating them. And if you feel like you are doing wrong to yourself, take the time, accept, acknowledge, apologize to yourself, and forgive. Forgive yourself first. You cannot forgive other people if you can't forgive yourself. You cannot blame somebody else before taking accountability for the part that you played. So I think a lot of people need to forgive themselves, to apologize to themselves, but they are just waiting on somebody else to come and do that. They are waiting for the apology that will never come. Even when the apology comes, it just doesn't do anything, because you actually didn't realize that the only apology you were waiting for is the one from yourself. So yeah, I hope this opens you guys up to the idea of understanding that you are the creator, you are a priority, you are important, and you also need to understand, accept, and acknowledge the things that you have done to hurt yourself, even if it means just allowing somebody else into your space that your spirit told you not to, allowing somebody in your friend group that you knew from the word go that I just don't like this person, I just don't, but because you wanted to please others, you accepted, you allowed somebody else in your energy, and you gave them space to hurt you, you gave them room to deceive you, you gave them room to try and destroy you, so accept, acknowledge, understand, and more than anything, learn a lesson from those experiences so that you are able to grow, so that you are able to evolve. Those experiences are important so that you are able to grow, so that you can evolve and become the person that you are meant to be. And I think it's important to not care what people think. Don't care how people view you. What's more important is how you view yourself, how you see yourself, how you feel about the way you look, about the way you move, about the things that you move. That's more important than somebody else's opinion, because whatever reflection, whatever interaction you're having with other people, you are the one calling it in. And I think people forget that you call in what you are. You don't call in the things that you want. The vibration that you're on is the vibration that will attract things towards you. So if you're trying to attract money and you are not in the vibration of money, it's not going to come. If you're trying to attract love and you are not showing yourself love, it's not going to come. You know, caring about what other people think, that is not important because you are creating the interactions. It means there's a belief system that is within you that is creating that interaction. People will perceive you in different ways, but they are only showing you the core beliefs that you have about yourself. That's why they have those different perceptions about you. But if you change your own perception and you accept and understand and apologize and accept that apology, you will attract what you are. You will attract that frequency, that vibration, that vibes with everything that you believe about yourself. So if you are attracting the things that are not aligned with who you think you are, then you are actually calling it in. You are believing those things about yourself. You are creating those things because remember, God's image, you are God. So you are the one creating all of that. So yeah, grateful for you guys, grateful for the energy you're sharing with me always. Just take the time and apologize to yourself. Take the time and acknowledge your own faults in whatever it is that is hurting you. And apologize to yourself and forgive yourself. You cannot forgive others if you cannot forgive yourself. So forgive yourself and you'll be able to forgive others because you will understand that they are also human. They are also going through all these things and they are also coming here to have a specific experience about their own lives too, you know. And then that's what makes you one with them, and understanding that they are here to show you things about yourself. They are just a physical reflection of the universe that is happening within yourselves. The beliefs that are inside of you, you will see them with people around you, with the way things are moving. So take the time out, look at yourself in the mirror and apologize. Be grateful that you still have time. Be grateful that you're even alive in this physical reality, as much as it's a dream. Be grateful for who you are. Be grateful for what you know. And I always say that I am here to teach, but I'm also here to learn as well. And I understand that I do not know anything, but I am open to learning, and whatever experience that I'm learning and whatever experience that I'm having, I am sharing it with you guys because I truly believe that there's so many more of us who are interested in all of this, who understand all of this. You know, it's a universal truth, and I understand that I'm connected to God, and if God is inside each and every one of you, then I'm connected to all of you guys, and I'm speaking the universal truth that exists within each and every one of us. And there's no bigger truth than love. And you cannot love somebody else if you do not love yourself. You cannot pour into somebody else if you do not pour into yourself. So everything begins with you. Charity begins at home. That statement is said so many times, but people don't actually understand it. Everything begins with you. Every single thing. Every single thing. So what do you believe about yourself that you are creating in the outside world? What are you believing about yourself? Are you happy with the things that you believe? Were they programmed by the life that you have lived, by the choices that you have made, by the way you were raised? You can still change that. You know, and because you chose to come into this world, to have this experience, there's a reason for it. You just need to remember why you chose to come here and to serve. Life is service. God is love. And if you say you know God, then you need to know that God is love. And if you are one with God, you must move from a place of love. You must move from a place of love because God is love. So I love you guys because I understand that you are me and I am you. and we are here to simply experience this physical reality together and to remember who we are. So I hope you have a beautiful life. I'm sending you love and light, and I hope you take the time and acknowledge, accept, understand, apologize to self, and take care of self, and make sure that your cup is full before you start pouring into other people's cup, because you will keep pouring if you make sure that your cup is full. It won't stop. But if you are pouring from an empty cup, eventually it will get empty and you won't be able to pour into others. So pour into yourself so that you can be able to pour into others. And because we all exist for each other, and we're here to be one, to play our own part in this whole big physical reality that we are meant to experience. So yeah,